Once we've reached the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mount Firmament. Proceed with caution.
So it can't hurt me.
Flow slower than in the outside world. Visitors were safe as long as they remained within the temporal barrier. But what we're seeing now is different. The flow of time has gone haywire. This is what we call temporal disruptions. What was once slow and steady has become chaotic and turbulent. Some areas are frozen in time, while others speed up or slow down unpredictably. No one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament, but aging from youth to old age may be a blessing compared to the unknown fate that awaits. Leaving Mount Firmament could turn any mortal to dust in just a moment. Such is the power of time within its walls. poor creatures, trapped in the temporal disruption, are the most pitiful of all. Their bodies and minds have been ravaged by the chaotic time, leaving them in unimaginable suffering. So, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to capture our Sentinel, leading to the temporal disruptions we are facing now. I had wished that my theories would turn out wrong. As expected, my terminal isn't working. We can't reach Jinzhou. The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning. We can't waste a moment. Jinzhou's fate isn't the only one at stake. All the inhabitants of Mount Firmament are in danger. We need to hurry to Hongzhen, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinzhou would likely pass through there on her search for the Sentinel.
Temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here. Chun-Li, does that mean you're in danger too?
So far, nothing feels out of the ordinary. It seems the Sentinel contained the situation before being fully trapped. But I don't know how long this stability will hold. If I go down, please, don't worry about me. You need only focus on what you have to do. What's the matter? You dreamed of Hongzhen? It sounds like you did dream of this place. What you just described closely aligns with the accounts documented in our Grand Library. Over a century ago, a vast horde of tacit discords invaded Honglong. Hongzhen suffered greatly during that onslaught. Thankfully, the Sentinel descended, manipulating time to erect a protective barrier, keeping those monsters at bay. Rover, perhaps that dream is more than just a dream. It could be a glimpse into your own past, and a guiding light for the future. Hongzhen is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. With the Fraxidus now targeting us, they'll seize any opportunity to intercept our path. But every trap has its weak points. Someone has used their resonance ability here, but it feels different from the Fraxidus aggression. It's Jinzhou. And it seems like she used it in a dire situation. Could it be related to the people of Hongzhen? The traces lead deeper into the heart of Hongzhen. Let's keep moving. Don't let your guard down.
Traces end here. Leave it to me.
Immediate seizure. Ash takes form.
Wind calls, waves follow.
Appear before me.
Wind calls, waves follow. Wind rises.
Struggling.
हेलो भाई, हेलो ब्रो। हाइपर भाई,
I bestow.
आज थोड़ा लेट हो गया मेरा।
Ash takes form.
I am the Tempest.
Leave it to me.
हाय। आज तुमने भी थोड़ा लेट हो। स्ट्रीमिंग के बाद में आया नहीं तुमने, मुझे लगा शायद कहीं बाहर गए हो या फिर रिलेटिव आया होगा तुम्हारा। इधर भी कोई और आ, इधर भी एक।
Leave it to me.
इधर आगे।
The slashes.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Face judgment.
ये बहुत है। ये भी है क्या?
Activating lift.
As expected. Imbalance and teeth. My scalpel etches your epitaph. Rot, resected. Return to silence.
Leave it to me. Administering first aid.
Pain relief initiated. Ash takes form.
Wings rise. Judgment strike.
मैं तो ये वाला खेल रहा हूँ, जिनजाओ वाला खेल रहा हूँ। हाँ भाग रहे हैं यार।
Struggling only pains you more. I deliver merciful death. Rise anew. Game over.
Leave it to me. I stand ready.
कितना है भाई?
Immediate procedure. Imbalance and teeth. Gotcha.
Commence endless reverberation. Appear before me.
Wind calls, waves follow.
क्या है? मेरा 40 पे 40। इसके अंदर जाना होगा शायद। यहाँ पे तो नहीं। यहाँ पे
Someone fought here against those
40 है
fractures.
इसके लिए, इसको और भी करना पड़ेगा।
Must be Jinzhou. Her trails led to this location. Using her resonance ability too much would only worsen her condition. But she must have had a reason. Was she helping the people of Hongzhen find refuge?
Chengli, there are traces here.
They're pointing
ये जो है ना काइसा
Let's
का
proceed
जो
in
ये
that
है ना,
direction.
नहीं 40 पे भी मिनिमम 100 तक डैमेज देना चाहिए। शायद उसका इको सही से नहीं लगा पाया मैंने, इसके वजह से शायद। भी है।
Annihilation.
Struggling only pains you more.
As I bestow eternal peace.
तो साथ की एक तो साथ
Game over. Wind calls, waves follow.
I will be there for everyone.
ये रहा.
The incision has to be clean. Don't want to mess for suturing.
अपडेट करना पड़ेगा ना. गलत से लगा हुआ है. कौन से लगा हुआ बताए. बताओ कौन सा लगाऊं. सोनाटा इफेक्ट देखो. सोनाटा इफेक्ट ये कहाँ से देखना पड़ेगा. सोनाटा इफेक्ट कहाँ लिखा रहेगा. ये रहा. इसमें थे सोनाटा इफेक्ट. तो लग गया इसमें. तो बाकी में से सब ग्रुप करता हूँ टेक्निक. इसमें सब में लगा हुआ है. इसमें भी नहीं लगा हुआ मेरा. बैक में इको वाले एक मिनट. मैंने पहले इसे को रिमूव कर लेते हैं. आपसे पहले सोनाटा लगाए देखो. लुक पे जो इकोस लगाना है वो सब हाई रोल में ही मिलेगा. अच्छा ये तुम इसके बारे में डिस्कॉर्ड में बता देना मेरे को. ठीक है.
I will be there for everyone. As we...
I see my way clear. Let's see if the gains will be worth the effort.
लूप पे जो इकोस लगा ना, अच्छा ठीक है। और हाँ भाई, सबका इकोस और कैरेक्टर्स अपग्रेड करने की जरूरत नहीं है। हाँ भाई, मैंने वो टाइम पे कर लिया था मैंने। वो ऊपर एक है, इसको मैं ज्यादा लेके खेला नहीं उसको।
Who's the prey now? War spares no one. All is fair in war. Where are you going? Stay calm. I can hear you calling. Waves rise. Judgment strikes! We'll face judgment!
Struggling with pains and war.
Ash takes form.
Gotcha. I deliver. Merciful death.
Return to silence!
Game over.
Rise anew!
Time to incise.
अरे वो तो कब का मर चुका है, मैं ऐसे ही चला रहा था यार। डिस्कॉर्ड में मेरे को ना स्क्रीनशॉट भेज देना, कौन सा है, क्या लगाना है एक बार।
The bath's clear.
The traces disappear by the pond.
The vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
एक बात मैंने देखा, ये जो कैरेक्टर है ना अभी जो काइसा, उसका जो स्टोरी है ना वो इम्पोर्टेंट है मेरे को लगता है।
A nice change of view.
Another photon barrier.
3 photon vaults to break. Will they use ranged attacks?
मेरे पास लूप नहीं है, मैंने पुल नहीं किया, आपको बेसिक समझा दूंगा फिर आप खुद फार्म कर लोगे। अच्छा ठीक। इसको ऊपर कैसे करे यार इसको? चलो हो गया।
You two, halt!
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi,
Relax, there are honored guests. No need to be tense. In a single day, we've greeted both the magistrate of Jinzhou and her trusted counselor in Hongzhen. I can only assume something significant happened.
गेम खेलने के बाद फ्री रहूंगा कुछ देर
It's
तक।
been a while, Changli.
I heard you stepped down from your position and moved to the countryside. And now here we are, meeting again after all this time, in such unfortunate circumstances.
For years, I lived secluded, no longer concerning myself with the matters beyond Hongzhen. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. It has reunited us in an unpredictable moment.
कल 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 शाम को भी फ्री रहूंगा शायद.
And you, young sir? What shall I call you? My name is Xinyi. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here.
अगर मैं सी सर्वर में होता तो आपका मदद आपके वर्ल्ड में आकर मदद कर देते फार्म करने के में. एक आईडी बना लो.
That's clear.
मर गया क्या? एक कैरेक्टर था, ठीक है, जो मतलब कैरेक्टर में क्या होता, ड्रैगन टाइप का उसका जो फाइटिंग स्किल था ड्रैगन टाइप का था.
As we head toward our shared, I see my way clear.
Tell me, what bud?
Sometimes I get a little carried away and
I should try to smile more, you say?
perfect weather for a walk today.
Nice pick. You won't regret choosing Alto's service. Nice pick. You won't regret.
Why hesitate if you know what you want?
I'll do my best. Another day, another heroic me! Let's reach farther destinations together.
बना सकता हूँ, लेकिन फिर मुझे उस पे ही टीम्स बनाना पड़ेगा, जिसके लिए मैं आलसी हूँ. अच्छा तो फिर रहने दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. इसको रिवर कैसे करें यार?
I believe you are here for Magistrate Jinzhou. The magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes
वो
ago.
परमानेंट नहीं मिला है मेरे को.
She should be at the Truth Seeker's Pass now. That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You might know it better as the ruins of a Court of Savante facility.
Lady Xinyi, please elaborate.
अच्छा, मुझे लगा मेरे को परमानेंट मिला होगा.
Madam Magistrate.
लेकिन सोर के पार एकदम मस्त है ना उसका फाइटिंग.
I'm fine. How's the situation? Have we evacuated all the civilians?
लुक भी अच्छा है, ऐसा नहीं.
Yes. Remaining civilians have been counted and escorted to safety.
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I haven't been able to sense its presence for some time now. I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. This can only mean one thing. The Sentinel's condition is getting worse. Lady Xingyi, I need to know where the Sentinel was last seen. I can only fix the temporal disruption within a confined radius. It's already pushing my limits to keep this small pocket of space secure.
लूप बहुत
Mount
ज्यादा
Firmament
अच्छा
is
है
in
भाई,
serious
उसका
trouble,
मिनिमम
and we
डैमेज
can't waste any more time.
1
We
लाख
need
जा
our
सकता है,
Sentinel to stabilize
एक
the
लाख
time flow.
क्लास।
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Mianlun Chamber, where it would normally rest. The Fraxidus likely swarmed it soon after. But little did they know, we had a defense system in place, built with the help of the court of Savante. It was reactivated as soon as our Sentinel made it back inside. This mechanism has allowed us to locate their troops, and we've already eliminated some of them outside the Mianlun chamber. To get inside Mianlun chamber, we have to find the cipher key in Truth Seeker's Pass and unseal it with the Keyforge.
Understood. I will go bring back the cipher key.
You are injured. Please, rest and leave it to me.
हाय
The Fraxidus will most likely attack this place once I
लाया ने
leave.
के
You must stay here
रीरन
and guard
3.2
it.
पार्ट 2 में होगा। वो बेस्ट
I
सपोर्ट है
implore
लूप
you,
के लिए,
Shinji.
उसके लिए पुल
Help me
करना
keep our
कैसे
people
भी
safe.
करके।
Yes, I will, Madam Magistrate.
अच्छा ठीक है, कोशिश करेंगे उसको लेने के लिए।
Before I headed to Mount Firmament, the Fraxidus revealed a prophecy from our Sentinel. A fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself.
लेकिन लाइनें तो
that would
तुम्हारा
shape
क्या
the fate of
रोवर
our
के साथ
city.
अच्छा लगता है।
I never intended to believe their baseless claims, but I was not surprised to hear it. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it in power. A day when the humans of Jinzhou take control of their own destiny. Once we save the Sentinel from danger, I intend to have a serious conversation with it about this prophecy.
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. How did the Fraxidus
तेरे
kidnap
फोटो में भाई
our
टीम में
Sentinel?
नहीं अच्छा लगता।
The Mianlong chamber was once renovated by the court of Savante. Do you think their research could be involved somehow?
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key, the Mianlun chamber will be left vulnerable to the Fraxidus' potential retaliation.
We must keep them at bay. Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jinzhou. We'll distract the Fraxidus' main forces, giving you an opportunity to stage your ambush.
And the locals will handle the rest. I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep walking a couple of minutes, and you will see the Truth Seeker's Pass downstream.
Thank you, Lady Xingyi. Please, leave it to us.
In this place she was born, and in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mount Firmament.
Did Xingyi and Jinshi know each other?
Jinshi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care for and teach her at some point, including Lady Xingyi. She grew up with immense responsibilities, forced to suppress her true nature from a young age. Thinking back, Jinshi was only a teenage girl when she became the magistrate. She has been burdened with unimaginable weight that most cannot fathom.
भाई जेंसिनो में डॉग मार रहे थे और यहाँ पे भी मार। मुझे लगा वो डॉग भौंकेगा, लेकिन भौंका ही नहीं डॉग।
Refreshing.
I assume this is the...
Yes.
अरे यार,
This should be another chronosorter. It should work in similar ways with the one we saw near the luminous shore. The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3 photon vaults with ranged attacks first.
योगेश भाई नाराज हो जाएगा। इसमें क्या है, ये थोड़ा मतलब साई-फाई के जैसा, ये जो मतलब उथरिंग वेव्स है, और जेंसिन थोड़ा मतलब ये टाइप का है।
Nothing.
क्या बोले उसको, थोड़ा मतलब पहले जमाने के जैसा ऐसा।
How did the court of Savante create such an advanced
मेरे को डॉगेश भाई बहुत अच्छा लगता है मेरे को। मेरे घर में भी पहले एक था,
Mortals aren't
लेकिन
supposed to be
डेथ हो
able to
गया।
comprehend it.
15 साल
I've
तक
never
था।
heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless the Sentinel willingly taught them. But why? We need to focus on items related to the court of Savante in Truthseeker's Pass. Maybe we can find some clues there.
मेरे पास तो पैरोट है भाई। हाँ, वो हरा कलर का होता है ना, ग्रीन कलर का, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है। वो तो बात भी कर सकता है। इसको क्या करना है? ये तो बीच में बंद हो गया।
A nice change of view.
वो लेमेंट एपोक्लाइप्स पे की बात के दुनिया पे बना हुआ, इसलिए साईफाई लगता है। हाँ, अभी इसको तोड़ना है क्या?
That's clear.
डिसेबल द फोटोन बैरियर ऑन द गेट। हाँ, इसको मेरे को डिसेबल करना पड़ेगा यार।
Ash takes form.
तो हुआ है अभी। अरे ये तो इधर चला गया। अरे मैंने गड़बड़ी कर दिया यार, तीनों हो गया फिर से यार। मेरे को सबसे पहले इधर एक करना है, उसके बाद नहीं, एक उधर चला जाएगा तो फिर इधर करेगा तो इधर आएगा। ठीक है चलो।
That's clear.
एक तो हो गया।
One of the
दो
photon
भी हो
vaults
गया।
always ends up blocked off. I
अभी
can't
इसको
seem
और
to
एक
break
करना है।
3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter.
फिर से दो हो गया क्यों?
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. I can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter.
ये तीनों हो गया यार।
That's clear. That's clear.
One of the photon vaults always ends up blocked off. I can't seem to break 3 of them at once. Perhaps we'll need to use the chrono sorter.
एक मिनट, काइसा को टीम में लाओ। काइसा को रुको, तो फिर मेरे को काइसा कौन नहीं आते। काइसा को किधर है काइसा?
I'll save the day.
Good. Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that
अच्छा अब
cliff?
हुआ.
Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion.
खुल गया? नहीं ऐसा मेरे को आप करना पड़ेगा.
That's clear.
I see. Are we going to aim the disk's opening at the photon vault in the middle?
अब क्या एक्टिवेट करना पड़ेगा? टर्न ऑफ द फोटोन वॉल.
It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon vaults simultaneously.
अब खुल गया.
The blockade has been lifted. Let's go in.
Lucky me, lucky you.
Why are there tacit discords here?
ये रुको रुको पहले मेरे को
No.
चेंज करने दो यार.
These monsters, they don't look like the usual.
I'll do my best.
Slashes.
As expected.
Banish all vice.
Struggling only pains you more.
मैंने किसको ले लिया यार? ये कुछ काम का नहीं है.
Evil, be gone. A decent
for more.
Wind calls, waves follow.
My scalpel etches your epitaph. Gotcha. One with the sounds.
Annihilation! The wicked will face judgment!
Game over. Ash takes form.
Wind calls, waves fall. Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds!
Time to incise. My past gets deeper. I am a bearable price. I bestow eternal peace.
Wind calls, waves follow. The wicked will face judgment! Leave it to me.
अरे एक तो है यार अभी।
Banish all vice.
Game over.
Evils be gone. A universe in my psyche.
ओ भाई कितना आ गया।
Wind rises, waves rise. Judgment strikes!
Immediate procedure. My scalpel etches your epitaph. A bearable price.
Wind calls, waves follow. Annihilation!
Ash takes form. A bearable price.
That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
It seems to have unlocked after we...
Let's see if the gains will be worth the effort.
Glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest. Yes, the flare crests have a complex structure, but they can be deciphered with patience. See how each star represents a flare stone? That mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them. Yes, we still need the other 2 flare stones to open it. Wait. The blood and scales here.
Max fire pe hai.
It's Jinzhou. She is likely teetering on the edge of overclocking now. We are running out of time.
ये मार्क्स उस टाइम पे मिला था एक स्टेज शो था उस टाइम पे मिला था ना मेरे को जहाँ पे मैं फंस गया था यार और वहां से निकल भी नहीं पा रहा था याद है इस लिजर्ड को मैंने पकड़ लिया
The wicked will face judgment.
ऊपर से जाना पड़ेगा क्या उसको हरा नहीं पा रहा था
Decades have passed, but those researchers' presence still lingers in this place.
अरे यार और इतना कौन पड़ेगा यार ये इम्पोर्टेंट था क्या
The Sentinel's situation is worse than we thought. It had already sustained severe injuries when it descended upon Mount Firmament. With one of the temporal programs lost, it no longer had the power to restore time. Instead, it could only stop and rewind it.
So the Sentinel protected Hongjin with its power. But it couldn't return things back to normal.
It would seem so. According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the Sentinel perishes, the temporal disruptions will spiral out of control, engulfing
ईसा भाई से बात हुआ था क्या तुम्हारा और
So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the already gaping wounds on Mount Firmament. There's nothing we can do. At least that's what it says in these records.
तो उसमें ऑनलाइन भी नहीं आया था डिस्कॉर्ड में
chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel, but it won't heal it completely. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions would have to come up with a last resort. The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power onto a resonator through induced resonance. Their experiments resulted in the first chronosorter, a man-made resonance object. No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the Sentinel's immense power. We are getting closer and closer to the truth. 2 more flare stones left. Everything aside, first we must find Jinshi.
यूई के साथ फाइट कौन करेगा? जेंसी? हाँ बस उनका तबीयत खराब है। हाँ वो मेरे को मैसेज किया था एक बार डिस्कॉर्ड में। यहाँ पे तो बहुत एनिमे ऐसा लग रहा है मेरे को।
Leave it to me.
हाँ भाई, हाँ वही तो क्योंकि
I bestow eternal peace. A barrel of price.
Wind calls, waves follow. I am the tempest.
Keep it together.
अरे तुम बर्फ बना दिया मेरे को।
The wicked will face judgment. Target confirmed. War spares no one.
भाई खतरनाक मार रहा है भाई यार।
Immediate procedure. Accurate prediction. Ash takes form. Things exposed. Refreshing.
Annihilation.
इको मिला मेरे को एक। इसको भी आपको पढ़ सकता हूँ। हाँ चलो इसको भी कर लिया। मेरे को लगता है पहले भी मिला था ऐसा, मैंने एब्जॉर्ब नहीं किया लगता है।
Remnants of the past.
अभी 5-5 करके दे रहा है यार। मैं गलत रास्ते पे आ गया।
Another Chronos order. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this Chronos order.
Refreshing.
There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point.
सन ऑफ द 3 नंबर भी करना है यार। 3 नंबर कहाँ पे है? और इसको पीछे रखा है यार, बताओ यार, पता कैसे चलेगा? इसके बाद और एक है।
One last flare stone to go. There's a carrier lift
अरे यहाँ पे
nearby.
कुछ है।
Perhaps the flare stone is on the floor beneath us. We should be able to find Jinzhou soon.
Something about the carrier lift seems stuck. We've reached the carrier lift.
Is that so? So this file confirms that the chronosorters are artificial resonance objects. They activate when hit with a strong impact to create the corresponding resonance effects. And this also answers my previous question. The chronosorters rewind time
दिल्ली में एसिड रेन हुआ है सुन रहा हूँ।
the sentinel.
सही में क्या? दिल्ली में एसिड रेन हुआ है?
No, it was nowhere near enough. The chronosorters shut down once they are removed from the Sentinel's range or the abnormal time flow on Mount Firmament. Plus, as artificial resonance objects, their capacity is limited. According to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially make them more powerful, the Second Resonance Awakening hypothesis.
लेकिन दिल्ली में जो मैंने बारिश हुआ है उसमें एसिड आया है बारिश के साथ।
Resonating frequencies might cause a second resonance awakening. Yes, that fight has to happen to trigger a second resonance awakening for Jinzhou, so she may exert even countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. All the machines turned to dust. One chronosorter briefly showed the power to restore time before breaking apart.
एसिड रेन तो एक मूवी था भाई जिसमें एसिड का बारिश हो रहा था, बताओ वो दिल्ली में भी हो रहा है।
Indeed improve resonance ability. The research log mentioned that all chronosorters were working in an overdrive mode. It's similar to how human resonators experience overclocking, they wrote. Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote this suggests that it might be the key to triggering a second awakening. No, it's not. Exhausting oneself will only result in destruction. In addition, I noticed another detail in these records. The chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel Jue
इतना पोल्यूशन
appeared to be under
है
someone
वहाँ,
else's command.
यहाँ ना होगा भाई, यहाँ पे तो नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन दिल्ली में हुआ ऐसा, मतलब मैं
Just as the chronosorter was about to break down,
मतलब न्यूज़ में देख रहा था मोबाइल में,
visitor gave an order to the Sentinel. And the Sentinel successfully transferred
दिल्ली का हालत बहुत
some
खराब है
kind
क्या?
of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order. Rover, do you have an idea? Jinzhou,
You.
Don't worry. Rover is special. The temporal disruption can't hurt him.
मैं क्या बोला जूई के साथ क्यों फाइट होगा?
But Cheng-Li, you're...
Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for me to do so. And let's not forget, without me
पता
playing
चल
the
जाएगा आगे
wayfinder
भाई.
for
अच्छा
Rover,
ठीक.
we wouldn't even have him here. Rover has a strong connection to this place. You need his help to resolve Mount Firmament's crisis.
But we already owe Rover a lot.
As we headed toward Mount Firmament, Rover mentioned a strange dream he had. It may have been a flashback of his lost memories. Rover, Jue, and Mount Firmament. There must be some kind of crucial connection between the three. Rover also has his own reasons for being here.
I see. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as possible. And we can finally talk to it in person. It will surely have the answers you want.
Let's cut to the chase. What did you find in Truth Seeker's past, Jinzhou?
According to the Court of Savante's records, the Sentinel was already injured upon its arrival at Mount Firmament. As time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time became unstable here, causing temporal disruptions that could potentially threaten Jinzhou. Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. Their records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat, triggering my second resonance awakening. That will enhance my power beyond its limits.
Let's say you can achieve all that, but Jinzhou, do you understand what is at stake for yourself?
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. I've been blind to its suffering for so long. Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding with its wise words and well-crafted decisions.
समझे भाई?
The temporal disruptions we face are just a
स्टोरी
side
पढ़ा ही नहीं, मैंने
effect of
ऐसे
its
खेल रहा हूँ
efforts to
मैं.
protect local people. Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time
रुको मैं
manipulation
पढ़ता हूँ अभी
power,
रुको.
Jinzhou would be a barren wasteland today.
So what do you plan to do, Jinzhou? If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, nobody knows how far the temporal disruptions will continue to spread. Today it's Mount Firmament, but tomorrow...
मैं वहाँ तक पढ़ा जो पता है ना रोवर और जूई इन सब का कनेक्शन बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है यहाँ का, तो वहाँ तक ही मैंने देखा है, उसके बाद तो मैं पढ़ा नहीं और
If it truly comes down to that, I'll fulfill Jue's prophecy myself. It's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have
जो
you
इसी
thought
क्यों
about
फाइट
the
करना होगा समझे?
consequences, Jinshi?
नहीं समझा यार.
Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could make you overclock at any moment. We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. You don't want to end up like those chronosorters, shredded under immense pressure.
ये ओवरक्लॉकिंग होना चाहता है ना फाइट करने के लिए
On
जी
top
से
of
जूई
that,
से.
do you honestly believe you can fight in your current condition?
और बताइए सब भूल जाएगा एकदम पूरा डस्ट हो
I can
जाएगा
see
ऐसा बोला
right through
उसने.
your facade, Jinshi. You're essentially committing suicide at this point.
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learned from the best. When have you ever backed down from risking your life for what you believe in?
Oh? I don't remember ever teaching you that. We all die eventually, but we need to stay alive as long as we can to achieve more. Jinshi, you must live and inherit the Sentinel's power. Then you can save and protect these people for years to come.
Changli,
जूई के पावर से पीपल को
Jinshi, I don't
प्रोटेक्ट करेगा
intend to
ऐसा.
stop you. I know you've made up your mind. That's why I brought Rover here. You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel's side during Jinzhou's early days.
जिंजाओ का
He is
जो
also the
टाइम है
mysterious
वो
visitor
बिगड़ गया है
spoken of in
क्योंकि
tales
जो
about
इंजर्ड
Mount
है उसका
Firmament.
पास इतना एनर्जी नहीं
All
है कि वो
evidence we've
सब ठीक
gathered
कर
points
सके.
to this being
इसलिए
true.
जिंसी को उससे लड़के ओवरक्लॉक करना
If
होगा
anyone
जिससे
can
उसकी
help us
पावर्स
with the
बढ़ जाए.
situation at Mount
उसके बाद
Firmament,
उसी पावर से वो
it
पीपल को
must be
मतलब
Rover.
यहाँ का जो इंसान को प्रोटेक्ट करेगा ऐसा.
thank you, my teacher. Jingxi will keep your words in mind.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it face to face. Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance gate. There is one more flare stone to work out. Let's get moving.
जिनसे को फिर सेंटिनल्स की पावर मिल जाएगी और वो जिंजाओ को टाइम ठीक कर देगी. हिंजाओ या जिंजाओ? तुमने दोनों जगह पे हिंजाओ लिखा है.
Look, our last target. On those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them.
Jinzhou. अच्छा.
That's clear.
It worked. The court of Savante set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect Mianlong Chamber.
That's clear.
It's a trap! Watch out!
Silly mistake.
Swift and resolute.
Strike as one!
भाई क्या खतरनाक टीम बनाया है टीम एकदम. ये तीनों एकदम खतरनाक टीम है भाई.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the cipher key now.
जिनसे के लिए बेस सपोर्ट जंगली है.
cipher key.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key. I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinzhou. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with you into the mountains to ensure you meet up with Jinzhou. From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront the Sentinel. This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not intervene. The path is yours to choose. Not to mention, the Fraxidus has been pestering us non-stop. You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. They can never seem to take their eyes off of you. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, speak of the devils. How rude.
कंप्लीट कर लोगे आप एक क्विस्ट कितना है ये वाला क्विस्ट और कितना है
Demonstrate the proper etiquette.
तो फिर आज नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि आज मेरे को बहुत नींद आ रहा है मेरे को
Changwei.
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Changli has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.
The die is cast. Waves rise. Judgment strikes! Target confirmed. Game over. I bestow eternal peace. Vision. Ash takes form. Target confirmed. One with the sounds. Immediate procedure. Rise anew. Unleash the fans. Annihilation!
bestow. Eternal peace. Excision. As takes form. Gotcha.
Let's slit the dogs of war. I trust you can use it to the full.
मुझे लगा 21 में लगा यहाँ पे। देख लो, मुझे शायद याद है कितना लंबा है, लेकिन आप पास में ही हो आप। ये कौन है?
Who's the prey now?
Wind calls, waves follow.
Game over.
Sounds are fading.
हाँ, ये तो बहुत ज्यादा है यार।
Such a quiet end. Stay calm. I can hear you calling.
ये तो एक झटके में खत्म कर दिया मेरे को। ये कहाँ से दे दिया यार? हाँ, टेलीपोर्ट कर लिया मैंने।
It's Madam Magistrate! She's back! I must go tell Lady Jinyi!
ये कुछ बोलता क्यों नहीं है? तो चिल्लाता भी नहीं, कुछ बस बैठे रहता है यार।
The Mianlung chamber is open now. You can proceed inside.
डॉग चिल्लाता है गेम
Before
में
you
खाना
go,
देने पे।
there's something important I need to tell you. Changli was right. They used the court of Cervantes' research to trap our sentinel in its resting chamber. They used the chronosorters. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. They had a twofold plan. First, to place the chronosorter in the Mianlun chamber while it was still operational. And second, to lure the Sentinel back to Mount Firmament. Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the Sentinel would clash with the energy of the chronosorter. This would ultimately cause harm to itself. What if the Fraxidus modified those chronosorters? A whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits, all working together to deliver one massive blow. But not even that was enough to take down the Sentinel. After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Mianlun chamber to form a special force field along with those chronosorters. It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing energy, and eventually restricted its movement and perception.
So, we must free the Sentinel from that force field first.
It would be a task more complicated than it sounds. The people of Hongzhen have lived with the Sentinel for generations. We can usually tell if it's in good shape or not. But now, the Fraxidus want to capture the Sentinel. They won't just stop at Mount Firmament. Madam Magistrate, I'm sure you didn't come here just for the Sentinel. Please tell us what you know, Madam Magistrate.
Yes. I will tell you everything.
So the Sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. The Fraxidus attacked while it hasn't healed yet. Their plans are devious as always. Madam Magistrate, you've already laid out this plan so far. It's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel's intentions. But there were many theories about it in City Hall at the time. I couldn't fathom why it went through such great lengths to retrieve you from Mount Firmament and raise you within our walls. But now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you the potential to one day restore the temporal program and ensure the survival of Jinzhou's inhabitants. I just never thought you'd be willing to follow through with that prophecy.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered the Sentinel. Back then, I was too young to remember anything.
तुमने नया स्टोरी खत्म कर दिया?
Even the image of Mount Firmament has slipped from my mind. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firmament, I felt a wave of recognition wash over me. Memories long buried resurfaced.
अभी जो नया चैप्टर आया बोल रहे थे ना वो वाला.
Lady Xingyi, I was born with my life, my everything connected to our Sentinel. But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my decision. I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinzhou. The girl who used to laugh with pure joy as she felt the snow from Mount Firmament on her face. I'm a seed born on Mount Firmament, carried by the wind to every corner of Jinzhou. But now, I've returned to my place of origin. It's time for me to take root and grow into something greater.
No matter what happens or what choices you make, please remember, the people of Hongzhen will always have your back. Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning is what we need to break through the fog of uncertainty that has lingered over us for far too long. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlun Chamber. The place is directly under Mount Firmament's iconic loon-shaped cliff. I wish you two the best of luck.
One with the sounds. Jinzhou, so far everything we know about the Sentinel is still just speculation.
You're right. But my weakening resonance ability and my connection to the Sentinel leave me no choice but to explore these theories. Whether it's fact or fiction, truth or a lie, I have to confront the Sentinel and see for myself.
फ्लाई कर लो भाई। हाँ भाई फ्लाई कर लिया मैंने वहाँ पे।
It's time.
Chambers
Every gain.
भाई नीचे बहुत सारे ये हैं। अच्छा यहाँ पे ले लो।
Annihilation! Annihilation!
Sounds are fading.
Imbalance again. Return to silence! My scalpel etches your epitaph! A bearable price. Game over.
Target confirmed. Stay calm.
Unleash the fans.
बिना फाइट के लिए आगे बढ़ सकते हो लेकिन नहीं हुआ उस टाइम पे यार
Struggling only pains you more. That's more like it. Reconstruction. Time to incise. Entombed in daybreak. Right on schedule.
Wind calls, waves follow.
ओ भाई ये तो एक झटके में खत्म कर दिया यार
I deliver. Merciful death. Back there. Again.
All is fair in war.
Keep it together.
All is fair in war.
Finally, some blood.
Rise anew.
ये मर ही नहीं रहा यार
We part.
कितना था वो लोग यार कितना आ रहा है यार
This must be the Mianlong chamber. We should now help the Sentinel break free from the Flare Crest spines. Chronosorters nearby may have frozen this body of water in time. Or it could have been caused by the temporal disruptions here. Either way, we can use it to our advantage. We can walk over the water now. We are too far away to see what's going on inside. Let's go. I still need more information to determine what we should do next.
चलो हाइपर भाई आज तक यहाँ पे गुड नाइट हाँ तो नींद आ रहा है मैं जा रहा हूँ सोने आप अब आप क्लाइमैक्स के पास हो। यहाँ से कॉल करेंगे यार हाइपर भाई। काल काल मतलब स्टार्टअप ही क्लाइमैक्स से ही होगा कल। कौन सा चल रहा है अभी? मैं चल रहा है जिंजाओ राइजिंग चल रहा है। लिख देंगे जिंजाओ राइजिंग फाइनल स्टेज ऐसा कुछ दे देंगे यार कल। इसमें मेरे को 200 मिलेगा। हाँ 200। यूनियन EXP एस्ट्राइट, इसको एस्ट्राइट बोलते हैं ना। ये भी है। चलो देखते हैं, अभी धीरे धीरे बढ़ रहा है इसका 240। चलो हाइपर भाई गुड नाइट, कल मिलते फिर से।
Yeah.